Hey folks, how's it all going? Oh, in the land of grills. Look at all those Kettle grills, folks. Yeah, and today, you read the description. We're going to be voiding, yes, we will be voiding a warranty on that one today. So folks, a lot of people get really upset with that. And I don't know why. It's my grill, my choice. Remember that. But we're going to be doing a few things today. We look at shelves. And, I talked about this in the video where I did a comparison between the SNS and the Weber, and in all reality, I chose the SNS. There's just some more features on there that Weber could easily do and be the top dog in my book, but they won't because they want to sell you something a little bit more expensive. So we're going to work on the shelves today. You can see some of the shelves that they've had in the past, and they've had the Weber wooden one like that. That's really cool. If you can find those haven't been made for quite a while. And then there's hang on, let's get over by the garbage cans here. There's this plastic one. And you can see that would fit onto, and it had two legs. And like I said, those aren't made anymore either. And those are pretty cool also. And there's some aftermarket ones. There's ones that I've built. And a lot of people look at that and say that's really cool, but boy, that was a lot of work and I don't want to spend the time. You're right. And we look at this, a lot of people ask me about this. I think this is one of the most coolest grills when it comes to shelves that Weber ever built. It's called Platinum One Touch. They made this type for 2 years, 2010, 2011. It's got a lot of cool things on it. Look at where the handle is, and look where the vent is up on top. And that's why I said I wanted to get that hinge, but whoever's not selling it separately, you gotta buy the whole grill. So hopefully that'll change. But today we're gonna be working on some shelves on this. Let's get going. All right, so one of the choices that are out there are made by a company called Barbecue Dragon. I've owned quite a few of their products, and they're pretty decent. And they've got this side shelf that folds up, that fits right onto the Weber kettle here. Let me put it on a tripod here, and I'll give you a closer look at it. So this thing is pretty well thought out, and it just comes off like that, and then it folds up like that, and you got cables there to keep it from extending too far, and then it just goes back on. And the lid fits pretty decent with it on. It's not 100% tight, but I'll tell you what, it's a nice option. BarbecueDragon.com, folks. All right, so there are some other choices out there. You can see that one there. I have no experience with that one. I don't know. There's a wooden one here that I saw a while ago, $70, and I don't even know if that fits 22-inch kettle. And then there's another one here I want to show you because I thought, yeah, this one right here. This one's stainless steel. It's $100 though, but it looks pretty cool. It's got adjustable legs, and like I said, I haven't tried that one either. So there's a lot of options, folks. But I tell you what, I know what I want to do to this one. Let's take a look. All right, I like this one. This is the one that's on the SNS grills, and I like the way it folds down. I like its length, and it holds 20 pounds. I like the fact that it doesn't hook on to the lip of the grill. It's mounted. It folds up. Here, I'll show you. It folds up really, really nice. Like that. And then to put it back up. Nicely made. I like it. I like it a lot. I reached out to SNS Grills, and guess what? They sent me one. So, folks, I don't know if they're going to sell these. I'm going to put it on my Weber today. And yes, I'm going to void the warranty in the process. That's what I do. And if you're interested in doing the same, folks, remember you would void your warranty too. But you can email SNS Grills, and maybe they'll sell you one, maybe they won't. Like I said, I don't think they were thrilled about giving me one. I think they knew what I was going to do with it. But it's all good fun, folks. And let's get it going. All right, so here's our shelf here from SNS Grills. And to do the installation easier, I'm going to take this screw off on both sides and just remove the shelf. So, but when I was thinking about where to put it, the hinge is on, lined up with the wheel on the other side. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the same thing as I'll line it up with the wheel like that. And we may have to put some stainless steel washers in on these bottom screws, just to act as a shim to get it nice and plumb. But I tell you what, let's take it apart and let's get the void in the warranty, shall we? All right, folks, down in the shop. Oh, he's even got a Weber grill down in the shop, folks. I actually do some videos. Got another one up there. I actually do some videos of tool reviews and building some stuff. Like I did a video on how I built built that chest right there. The drawers, one of my favorites. And I also review too. I used to love Milwaukee tools, but the batteries were just are ridiculously priced. So I switched over some of the Harbor Freight stuff, Bauer. And you want to see some reviews? I really am liking that Bauer stuff. But anyway, we're talking about the Weber here. So I got 2 sawhorses. Got some softeners on the legs because I don't want to scratch them up. A little bit of plywood, and she's nice and tight. And you see, I've got took off the shelf part, and I've got some blue painter's tape, and we're just gonna do some layout on here. And this thing is made for a 22-inch kettle or 22-ish kettle, so it's got already the curve in it, which makes it really nice. And we're gonna do some layouts, and then we're gonna drill some holes. Awarding the warranty. I'm doing some more layouts, some more thinking. So I've decided to do is put 2 little shims. They're about 1/8 inch. It'll keep the whole assembly down so the lid doesn't hit on it. And then to mark the holes. Been thinking about that a little bit. And I'm gonna take just some water-based paint, and I'm gonna paint just on that raised area there on all 4 of them. And then while it's wet, I'm gonna take it over here and press it down, and hopefully that leaves me, impression of where I should be drilling. And that's what it looks like. So now you know exactly where, obviously, to drill in the center of those. We're going to drill a little larger than the holes. The SNS people did send along the screw package and some washers. And you're going to see on these bottom ones where the curve of the kettle, we're going to probably have to put some additional washers to make up for that curve. But like I said, that'll be, I'll show you how to do it, folks, and how many you need. And that way, if you decide to do it, you'll know how many you need. And remember, this will work with any Weber 22-inch kettle or any 22-inch kettle, period. All right, this is the point. Yeah, get the kids. This is the point where I void the warranty. So I'm going to use the center punch first, and I already did it. And let's see if I can show you. It's one of these spring-loaded ones. I got this at Home Depot. Works real nice. And I'm going to do a small drill bit first, using my Bauer, and then we'll switch over to a larger drill bit. But I just want to, warranty voided. All right, holes are all drilled. If you're wondering, I went 15/64 with it's a metric, so it's right around 15/64. So I wanted to go just a little bit bigger, just to give us just a tad bit of play. Now, you see the exposed metal in there. If you wanted to touch that up with some paint, now would be a good time to do that. All right, with painter tape removed, you can see it chips the porcelain a little bit. If you want to touch that up, you can touch that up also. A lot of people freak out over this and say, oh, that's going to spread in the whole grill is going to come apart. I've done this a bunch of times for years now, and I've never had that issue. So we're gonna start the installation. All right, put the top 2 screws in, and you can see the gap we've got there. That's what those washers will make up for. I might have to get some longer screws. And then what I really did was I wanted to make sure that I cleaned the inside of the grill real good. Get any metal shavings or anything. Obviously, you don't want that showing up in your food. All right, there's all on there, nice and level. I did have to use 2 longer screws on the bottom because I got two washers as spacers. You can see them right there. And so I did. I was able to find in my scrap screws 2 stainless steel that fit. And obviously they're a little long, but they ain't gonna matter. Let's get her outside, take a look at it. Oh man, look at that. Come on, all you Weber folks. That's a nice mod. That really enhances this Weber kettle. Remember, this will fit any Weber 22-inch kettle, folks. And I don't even know if SNS Girls is going to sell them. Like I said, they kind of begrudgingly sent me one. And then I said, well, are you willing to sell these? And they said, well, if people are interested, they can send us email. I showed you today how easy it is to install. And this thing, hang on, let me get you on the tripod here and show you how easy. And this is what makes it nice, is that you don't have to worry about, getting it out. It's always on the grill. Just like that. Nice. Put 2 tool hangers on there. Those are just magnets from Harbor Freight. They hold 5 pounds apiece. American flag. Tell you what, turned out great. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for playing along. Tom Horseman at YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, appreciate you watching.